question you might be having, this week we've been looking at Hannah, and yesterday she gave her child back to God. And one question you may have had in thinking about it is, how did she respond emotionally to that? What was her response to having to give her child back to God? You know what she does? In 1 Samuel chapter 2, she composes a hymn. She sings a praise song to God. It says in chapter 2, verse 1, she prayed and said, "My heart rejoices in the Lord." And I go, say what? You just made this humongous sacrifice for God. There's got to be a hole in your heart that is just killing you. But here's a piece today's a really, really hard lesson. Today's really, really hard. Let me just tell you right up, this is a hard one. Here's a test of how much we love and how committed we are to God. Can we rejoice when we do something for God that hurts? Can we praise Him and have joy when we do something for Him that's a real, live, honest-to-goodness sacrifice? That's not a test I pass every time. See, my problem is I am really focused on my plans and my pleasure. Way more than I'm focused on His plans and His pleasure. But what Hannah did was she flipped the script. She was more focused on pleasing God than making herself happy, because she knew that the true route to better happiness, to better satisfaction, to better pleasure is not by pursuing our own pleasure and our own plan, but by pursuing God's. And if I can teach myself that pursuing God's plan and God's pleasure is the path to ultimate happiness, then when I make the big sacrifice, or what I see as a big sacrifice for God, maybe then I can say, just like Hannah said, "My heart rejoices in the Lord." That's a tough lesson, but that's today's Jumpstart.